Now, let's create our material. The way we will do this, we are going to create a master material for landscape. So let's go to the materials folder we have created previously. Create a new material called mm_. MM stands for master material. And let's call it landscape underscore mat. Save this. When we save something in the new level for the first time, it will ask for a name. Make sure to do this in case your Unreal crashes and you lose all your progress in the level. And we are going to call it demo map. You are free to call it whatever you want. And now this is saved. Save again, just in case, for save all materials. We open this material slot. We don't really care about substrate at this point. We will leave it for later. We need to now create a material. So the way I decided to use gravel and grass, and we will have 2 layers. You can have as many layers as you want, but do keep in mind to not make it too complex because of performance costs. The way we do it is we need layer blends for landscape. Landscape layer blends. We add this and we drag this to our base color, and we add elements equal to the layers we want, in our case 2. And we duplicate this and copy paste this again for normals. If your game does not have normals as such, if everything is just flat, for example, as in Minecraft, for example, you don't really need normals as much. And because it's a landscape material, it's good to not have a lot of shininess on the landscape. So let's just force down value of 1. This can also be modified with layer blends as all other things, but we are going to keep it very simple. And now we have 2 layers. Let's say gravel for the first one. I should have probably named them before duplicating, just to not have to do this process twice. And we will call this one, the second one, grass. Just copy paste this to here and done for now. We save this, and I have already opened the grass material and gravel material I'm going to use. And what I really need to do is copy what's in here for base color and normals. These 2 materials are made by default by Unreal, so they have conveniently for us separated them already. Everything on the bottom here goes to the normal together with the text coordinate node here. So what we can do, we can just copy this, all of it, go to our landscape material, paste all of this here. Let's make sure we have everything correctly. So out of lerp node, we have to base color. So we do the exact same thing. We add it to the grass layer blend for the lerp node. And from this lerp node on the bottom, we have it to normal. This may seem a bit disorganized because this default Unreal material has a lot of nodes in it. But let's just keep them a bit to the side. And let's put them all a bit below to have a clear space. And close this grass material now. Yes, we don't care about this material. And let's do the same for gravel. And we do the exact same thing. We copy this. We paste this here. Let's drag it to the material. And here we drag this. Let's take a look at this. We have multiply to base color. And let's see what we had here. We had roughness modified. And we have this normal. You may have noticed, because this gravel material has roughness and grass has a roughness of default 1, we cannot use it as this, so we will add additional layer blend, this time for roughness. We will add this gravel roughness to gravel, and because grass has default roughness of 1, we will just add the value of 1. No need to overcomplicate this. And we save. We give it a second. We go back to our demo map. We select our landscape. We go down on the details panel and we have a landscape material. Click on our landscape master material and put it in here. You will see we don't really have any color on our master material. Let's go to landscape and go to paint. Currently, if we try to paint, it will not work. To do this, we need to create layer info. Click on the plus icon. You can do a weight blended layer, non-weight blended layer. We don't really care about weight this too much in this case. So let's do demo map. We can put it in the material folder as well, just for convenience. And we do it again for the grass. And again, I will put it in the material. And now I can select a material, let's say gravel, and paint. You may realize this looks weird. If I press here and I grass, this is very shiny. This is a bit too shiny for my taste, so let's go back to selection mode and click on directional light, reduce it to 3 as I prefer. And now we have less light. Save it for a second. And let's take a look at our specular value. And metallic and roughness. So our roughness should be fine. Especially for grass. We need to take a look at our weight of the map. So we have gravel, but let's first paint the places we want to have grass. We can take care of it later. I want these areas below to have grass with lower elevation. higher elevations can be just full of gravel. Yeah. So. Interesting. I will just shift click it and remove this part. The fact that gravel does not look correct is concerning. Let's preview the node. You can preview the node of the material by clicking this icon. And we have it black, which is concerning. Let's take a look at the gravel material. Okay. We have a node that's not attached. Oh, we are missing a node. I may have messed up when copying the node. Not may, I have messed up the node. Let's see how it looks now. This still does not look correct. Let's take a look at it again. For simplicity's sake, I will just remove this part of the node. Go back to this ground node. Copy all of this again. Go back to the material. Copy paste this. Now we have A. Okay, A needs to come from this and B needs to come from this. I believe I have missed this node here last time. Apply. Let's take a look. Yes, this is more in line with what I wanted. And I can now shift click to erase this layer or just click to add. We are not going to paint it perfectly here, but as you can see, we still have these values here, brushes, flattens, etc. You can also assign foliage to generate on a certain layer if you want. In this case, we are not going to do it for now. We will save. And for now, this should be fine. For now, this should be fine.